Welcome to the 2025 Cicero-North Syracuse Special Olympics here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. I'm Landon.
And I'm Joey. We have so many events lined up for you today. We have so many hundreds of athletes from the district and so many volunteers here today. As you can see out here in the stadium, look at all the events we got lined up, Landon. I mean, go ahead and list them
softball
all
throw, shot put, bowling, just a ton of fun games so these athletes can really showcase their abilities today. We're going to be around. Feel free to say hi. All these volunteers are ready to go.
And don't forget to let anybody know who is not here at the stadium to watch this live on the North Star Network on YouTube. We welcome you here to the North Star Network on YouTube for this 2025 Special Olympics. We thank you so much for joining us. Whether you're in the classroom, whether you're at home watching this, you can't come just because, it's in the middle of the day, Johnny, so sometimes it's rough with people's, obviously, work schedules and all that kind of stuff, but we're just about to get underway here for the opening ceremonies here, Walk of the Athletes. So, Johnny, kind of walk us through. You were here last year. I was here last year as well, but you probably got a better idea then.
This is, without a doubt, the best day of the year by far. It's a lot of hard work by a lot of hardworking people, but today, everything just comes together, and it seems like a lot. It seems like an impossible task when you get here at 7:30 in the morning. You see the parking lot full, but by the time 1 o'clock, 1:30 rolls around, it's a sense of pride, and it's a big sense of wonder. In what we're doing, and it's just great to see, Joey, to see this amazing day. This is my third Special Olympics, and it means a lot. This event means a lot to me. It was the first time 2 years ago the North Star Network ever broadcasted it, and now to see that tradition is still alive and well, it's incredible.
It's just so wonderful to see the Cicero-North Syracuse put on such an event like this, Johnny, just to celebrate all these athletes, and to see all these volunteers as well, Johnny, out here supporting these kids is just so special. I mean, I could barely make my way through the lobby downstairs.
Exactly.
There were so many people.
If you thought Dave Matthews Band and Avril Lavigne were the hot ticket in Syracuse, you are wrong. Being a student volunteer in one of those neon green shirts downstairs, that is the hottest ticket in all of Syracuse, because tons and tons of people fight for it. You have to, I don't know what the age requirement is now, but when I was a junior, you had to be a junior or a senior.
Junior or senior.
Last year, there were so many people who were interested, it was just seniors. So it's such a hot ticket event that everyone wants to do it. And, it's not, you're not getting this many student volunteers just because they want to skip class. It's because this event is really meaningful to them.
We're also joined here by Brody Mason. Brody, he's actually not even in the high school, but North Star Network members, we get a little bit of a pardon there, so we're allowed to do that, and he got special permission from his school. But Brody, this is not only are you a new member to the North Star Network, but this is your first Special Olympics. So, what are your thoughts so far? I mean, it's quite a special event.
I mean, I think this is probably the coolest event of the year, to see everybody come together from all these different schools. Kindergarten all the way up through seniors. It's just really special to CNS, and I mean, to me too. I mean, just seeing everybody come out here and be together, no matter if you're friends or not, your friends out here, it's
exactly
really cool.
And you even have people from BOCES, so you even have some different people, and it's just an incredible place to be for this event. And you see all of these people coming together at this stadium. It's 2 years ago there were over 900 athletes from over 10 school districts. Now, with the renovations, last year was a little bit smaller, but it's still in district, and there's still a ton of student athletes. And Brody, it just shows how big this district is, that you can still put on a sizable Special Olympics just in the North Syracuse Central School District.
Yeah, you really can. I mean, if you look just at the sidelines, there is at least, there's got to be 300, if not
parents,
more,
students, yeah.
Everybody, I bet we have at least 500 people just here, and that's just a great way to show how, phenomenal of a district we are and how we come together.
So you see the parade of athletes is starting, if Owen can pan a little bit the other way to the left.
Sorry, we do have a little bit of a cutoff view.
That the parade of athletes start where that white banner is. That's the track start line. And it goes all the way to the other corner of the stadium past where the goalposts are. It's an incredible sign to see how many students there are, Joey, that there's a lot of people here.
I mean, the extent of students is so far we can't even capture with the camera here in the booth. It's just obstructed by the building.
And a big shout out, like always, to Mrs. Sarah Bambino and Miss Fina Santangelo, the two ladies that work so tirelessly to put this on. Mrs. Bambino said it's one of her favorite days of the year to see the community come together. And Joey, one of my favorite things about this event is to see how the district comes together, because you have teachers like, shout out to Miss Congdon at one of the elementary schools. She is watching with her class because there isn't room to take a bus here of her students. There are teachers watching who were stuck inside at the high school or at the junior high. What I love about this broadcast is it brings the district together. It brings schools together so that these students can still support other students. And a shout out to the incredible Mr. Bill Bradley, who is opening the ceremonies. And the parade of athletes is underway, Joey, led by the bagpipes, the sound of bagpipes on the day of the Special Olympics. One of the best sounds you could possibly think of.
Love to hear it as Johnny Lisi's going to get a crowd mic going here.
Do I get paid extra, Joey, for being a boom mic operator as well?
We got to get that on like a tripod, Johnny, for you.
Exactly. And you look at the student volunteers, Joey, just lining up around the track as there's CNS, Mrs. Hurry's class, with a wave to Mr. Bob Crabtree, Dr. Chris Leahy. So you got Mrs. Karen Hurry's class from CNS High School, led, Joey Cox, by one of my favorites, Isaiah Snuffleupagus Skyscraper Hudson. As we have some more mascots, there's Gillette Road Middle School. A big group from Gillette Road Middle School. That is a sizable group there. The Smith Road Sharks.
My alum.
Here's Smith
Alma
Road.
mater, yep.
There we go. Shout out to all the classes watching at Smith Road.
Oh, and don't forget, just reminding me, Johnny, if you do want your class to be shouted out, put that in the comments, and we'll give you a shout out.
Lakeshore Elementary. Shout out to all the classes watching at Lakeshore.
To answer Ethan Hansen's question, this will be on till about 1:30 or so, depending. We have started a little bit late here, so probably around 1:30 or so is how long it should be.
Let's see who else we have. Looks like we have Roxborough, I believe. And the banner is carried by field hockey and lacrosse star Addie Essie. There's a big group there. Here is Allen Road. Big cheer from Allen Road as Joey, Allen Road has a special guest. Superman is marching.
Oh, wow.
Wow. And coming up next, you saw Joey's alma mater. Now here's mine, Bear Road Elementary. Coming up.
Oh, there's more Smith Road coming down.
And a second group of Smith Road. Joey, they knew they had to put both of our alma maters together.
Right, exactly. They're like Johnny Lisi.
And you can still hear the bagpipes, Joey. Fantastic. And here is the second group. Here's Bear Road. And Smith Road following closely behind. Let's see who else we have. Shout out to volunteer who's marching with Smith Road, Michaela Seidman from the Unified Basketball Team, her older brother Joe Seidman, one of our North Star Network alums. As
Joe Seidman, unfortunately, not feeling good today, so he could not join us.
Shout out to Joe Seidman, his younger sister Michaela down there. As it's great to see some current student athletes. Got some great people on the sideline. Our athletic director, Mr. Tim Bednarski, on the sideline. Here is CNS's skate program. We also have CNS JV lacrosse coach Noel Raymond down there. Shout out to gym teacher Mr. John DeHay down there. Gym teacher at Bear Road. Let's see who else we have down there. We have a Bear Road skate program as well. And Joey, they brought their own poster.
Oh, wow, look at that.
Yeah, you know, I stepped out. Could you explain what skate is? Do you know, or?
I don't necessarily know what the acronym is, but I know that it's a great program that a lot of these schools have. As I think the Bear Road skate banner is being carried by Peyton Bach and Megan Mivas and Paige Weckesser from the CNS softball team. They have a big game tonight against Beeville at Onondaga Community College.
Don't forget to also join us here on the North Star Network, as we will be having the semifinals for the girls
right here
lacrosse right
against
here
the
at
Bees
Michael
from
J.
Baldwin.
Bragman Stadium.
And here's the national anthem.
Yep.
That was a fantastic national anthem. As the rain is starting to come down a little bit more, but hey, it was raining a little bit this morning, and a little rain can't stop the fun of the Special Olympics.
Yeah, I talked to a couple of the athletes yesterday, and they said they were really excited for this. So I don't think a little bit of rain is going to put a dim on their day.
Not at all. And these are just some, looking at the radar,
looks like it's just going to be
scattered. Spotty showers.
Yeah.
And Nadia Hudson says, "Let the games begin." This is exciting. So the games are underway. The proverbial torch is lit.
Right.
You can tell that I watched a lot of the Paris Olympics this year. Pretty much the entire Olympics. That's all we did.
Again, anybody who is joining us from a school classroom, if you want your class to be shout out, just leave your school name, your teacher name, and your grade, and we'll shout you out here on the broadcast.
Joey, I love seeing the mascots they bring out every year, because we got a couple Minecraft characters.
Right.
Yeah,
and
that's really cool.
There's a shout out down there to Miss Fina Santangelo and Becky Jones. I'm seeing the incredible Mr. Pat Kennedy down there as well. Great job by our bagpiper and national anthem singer.
That was an incredible musical performance by both of them.
Exactly. As we are getting ready here at the Special Olympics, so some of our events right in the middle, right in the circle there where the CNS logo is, that is the fun games section. We got some bowling, I think cornhole maybe.
We got a lot of events out there.
But you know what else we have? And I'm sure, if I were a betting man, I would put a wager that Mr. John DeHay brought the parachute. because, you know, last year the senior walkthrough at all the elementary schools, only one elementary school had a parachute. That was courtesy of Mr. John DeHay at Bear Road, so big shout out to him. And then we have the softball throw. That's one of my favorites. You have the standing broad jump. You have some running races. You have the running long jump on the far side on the right over by the sand pits.
And some of those games out there, Johnny, that we can't quite all capture at the same time, we will have Landon Cook. He will be down. We're hopefully to get that broadcast up and running. It will be a separate broadcast right here on our YouTube channel.
He'll be rolling around with Alex Schneibel.
Down in about 10, 15 minutes, I think.
And, you know, you got the... We'll take you around. Over there we have in the sand pits the running long jump over in the far right side of the stadium. And then we move over to about the 30-yard line where we have the softball throw. It's a really fun event. I love watching the athletes because last year, you see the softballs already starting to be thrown, and they all are thrown in tandem. I think I saw one. See, they're rolling into the end zone. Like, they're getting some great distance. And we also have on the left, we're going to have the standing broad jump over in the far end zone on the left side. And then here on the near side, right on the track, they're going to get people corralled for the running races, different races. I think we have the 100-meter, 50-meter, and the softball throw. These athletes, they're getting some good distance on that.
Yeah, I just saw a bouncer go past the letters.
Let's see, and they're all lining up in tandem, so the athletes just kind of float around. And, you know, we look at these athletes, and we have to give a massive, massive shout-out to all of the TAs that are here today. All of the TAs and assistants and special education teachers that are here. This day would not be possible without them. So a big, big, big shout out to all the TAs here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium.
And a shout out to the cheer team. I see some of them down there.
There we go.
Yeah, Johnny. I mean, when me and you were out on the field,
we were roaming around.
We were out roaming around where Landon Cook will be hopefully shortly. But you know, some of these kids with the softball throws, especially, you know, that's a heavy ball, Johnny.
Exactly.
And I saw some of the kids making it all the way past the end zone.
Yeah, let's see. This next batch is just about to throw it with Mr. Bob Crabtree taking some pictures. He's going to need to look out. I think the farthest one, that one.
Oh, almost, yeah, that one gets in the end zone.
At the 10-yard line, I think. The softball throw, I had the opportunity, a big shout out to Amber Mott and Laura Lee of the Regional Special Olympics. The Regional Special Olympics are this Saturday at the North Syracuse Junior High School. The ceremony opens at around 9 a.m., I think, but that's a really fun day. I helped out last year with the softball throw, and, you know, these kids are really getting some distance. And Joey, it's just, these kids really just enjoy this day. They look forward to it. You know, we look forward to it, but
of course,
these kids look forward to it astronomically more.
Yeah, Alex asked me to announce that we're about to put on the field cam for
fabulous.
All right, so as long as that goes smoothly, which sometimes, you know, technology doesn't work in our favor, but we'll keep an eye out for that, and we'll let you know when that's officially up. But keep an eye out on the YouTube channel as well, as that should be up shortly.
Got Brody Mason, Landon Cook. That's a good crew. So this is going to be a lot of fun. I think the one sound that you're going to hear more than any today, Joey, is the sound of clapping.
Yes.
Because, you know, we have so many fantastic volunteers. I think that one bounced all the way into the end zone for the softball throw. Shout out to our camera operator, Owen Lynch. And we have our great announcers, our PA announcer, Daryl White, and the absolutely incomparable Bill Bradley. And, Joey, do you know what Mr. Bill Bradley's famous catchphrase is from doing the Special Olympics?
Yes, I do.
What is
Get that kid a scholarship.
There we go.
You'll be hearing that a lot once we get to that.
I think we should have a
race
counter. We should have a Get That Kid a Scholarship counter.
Right.
And a shout-out, you see Alex Schneibel and going along with Brody Mason and Landon Cook, and you also have the great Nick Sicosho at Nick Socials. You have the roaming Mr. Bob Crabtree. It's just a great day, a great event. As we'll be giving you some coverage of the softball throw right now. Once those running races are up and going, we'll give you the coverage of those. I think if you look over to the right, we have a good amount of superheroes here.
Yeah, a lot of kids dress up for this one, and that's really special too because
maybe Joey, they'll do one of my favorite events of the Special Olympics. And do you know what that is?
No, I don't.
The mascot race.
I remember that from last year.
Oh, what a throw! That one bounced at the 11-yard line. As you know,
that's gonna go almost outside of the end zone.
As let's see if Owen Lynch can get a shot of our superheroes here. That's a big group of. There's 4 of them. I mean, Joey, we are all set to go. That group of superheroes going to help out with the softball throw.
They just dispersed, but as you can see them, there you got Batman, Superman, Spider-Man.
Got them all.
Can't tell who the Captain America as well.
Wow.
The Captain America.
We got a good group here. And
he's a busy. These guys they're busy men.
They take time out of their schedule. You know who's an even busier? You know who's an even busier animal? The Chick-fil-A cow.
Oh, the Chick-fil-A cows joined us here.
Reminding us to eat more chicken.
Eat more chicken, indeed.
Gotta love the Chick-fil-A cow. You know, the Chick-fil-A cow visited a CNS boys basketball game a couple years ago.
Really?
He did at the end of the game. Became one of my iconic moments. Shout out to Caroline Dunn for capturing that.
It's got to be one for the memory books, Johnny.
We have Goofy here as well.
Oh, my mom's favorite. Goofy at about the 40-yard line there. We'll scan his way over. There's so many people, it's tough for our camera operator.
Oh, my gosh. We have Is that Anna?
Anna, yeah, from Frozen. As that was a trivia question yesterday. I was talking about the #1 selling movie soundtrack of the 2010s. The trivia question, we had a Principal's Cabinet trivia. That went off. That was very well. Really great turnout for that.
Frozen.
And that was the #1 selling movie soundtrack of the 2010s was Frozen. So, fun fact. There was a lot of good guesses, but only 3 teams got Frozen.
When you said Goofy at the 40, I thought you were going to say Goofy at the 40, at the 30, at the 20.
10. He's in the end zone. Touchdown.
Maybe Goofy will score a touchdown.
Mickey Mouse and the clubhouse.
The softball throw is underway. Looks like we're getting some athletes lined up right now for the running races. Just a fantastic day here at the Special Olympics, the 3rd year of the North Star Network's coverage. I remember our first year 2 years ago, my junior year, the 2023 Special Olympics was a really special day, a great turnout. And here come the Roxborough Road Elementary Polar Bears.
A little late to the opening ceremony, but that's all right. We still got our banner holders there to bring up the rear.
Shout out to Roxborough Road Elementary. See if we can see who is carrying the banner there. I think that's Katie Harbold. That's a big shout out to Roxborough Road Elementary, the Polar Bears.
All right, so we do have an update, folks, on the field cam. We do have that up and running, so it is all set for you guys to watch. So go ahead if you want to see some up-close shots here of the events with some commentary from our field reporters, Landon Cook and Brody Mason. Go on, head out of this broadcast. You'll see the other one live, and take a look at that one. Just feel free to switch back and forth.
But hey, if you like Joey Cox and I, we are up here.
Yeah.
It's a great day here at the Special Olympics. And
All right, so Mrs. Stuper and Mrs. Pilger are watching from Smith Road. They say go Smith Road, so shout out to Mrs. Stuper and Mrs. Pilger's classes.
here we go. Joey, they're from your alma mater at
Yes.
Smith Road. Shout out to that class there. And another shout out to Miss Congdon's amazing class there. Fun fact, Miss Congdon was my 3rd grade teacher.
Oh, look at
As
that.
speaking of teachers, we have a legendary CNS high school teacher in the building. That is the legendary Mr. Nick Patrone and his class.
Oh, this is actually my class that I'm missing right now. Look at that.
Okay,
Fun
Joey.
fact.
And we'll see if we can say hi to Mr. Patrone there. What class is this? A push?
Yes, this is A push, 3rd block.
Is it 3rd block already?
Yeah. Morning flew by, Johnny.
Yeah, that it did. That it very much did. There we go, Joey. These are your fellow A-Push classmates, Mr. Patrone.
So as Johnny Lisi's catching up with some old friends, we have a race underway. We got an early front runner here. She's got speed. Wow. As she gets a commanding lead to take the win. Get that kid a scholarship, as our PA announcer would say. All these kids, though, not giving up. Still got one bringing up the rear, but he showing determination there, not giving up. So again, if you would like your class to be shouted out, leave it in the comments or email it to northstarnetworkcns@gmail.com. And don't forget to also check out our field cam with Landon Cook and Brody Mason. I'm Joey Cox. Up here in the booth, as I said, Johnny Lisi catching up with some old staff members here. Huge thank you to all of our maintenance staff here at the high school. Speaking of Annette Pearson, who is one of the head maintenance personnel here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. That's who Johnny Lisi's catching up with as he's coming back on the broadcast.
Hey, you know, Joey, as an alumni, I'm surprised it hasn't happened more.
Right?
Shout out to stadium custodian, the incomparable Annette Pearson. Wow.
Get
Look
that.
at look at the
All the celebration. I'm pretty sure he's got to still make it there, but he's still got a commanding lead.
Wow.
Oh, he's gaining on him. He's gaining on him.
Oh, we might have a photo finish.
We do, but his lead was enough. Get that kid a scholarship.
Absolutely, Joey, what a race that was. As the rain, we got a mini rain shower here, but hey, it's a beautiful day anytime the Special Olympics are in town. So shout out to Brody Mason and Landon Cook. As what an amazing race that was for one of our first races. A little rain never stopped anyone. There we go. They're starting at the far side.
Rain's starting to pick up here, Johnny.
It's, you know, the mist is just adding to the intensity. Wow, it's a tight race. You got a good group of the first two, and then...
This could be a photo finish like last one, Johnny.
Wow. She's gaining on her. What a race. You know, I like her pace. She's got good pacing, Joey.
And she takes the lead.
Wow.
Slows down. Wow. Yeah, that was a good pace, Johnny. She left herself enough speed left in her to bring it out in the end.
I like her pacing, though.
She's got a bunch of our mascots here cheering on the kids.
Got some Minecraft.
Got Tigger and Winnie the Pooh as well. Steve. And Creeper out there as well.
I was thinking for a second, Joe. I'm like, who is Steve?
Well, you already said it, Johnny, but shout out to Miss Congdon's third grade class at Smith Road, and especially to Zoe, Brentley, and Nico. Way to go.
Go.
As they're off to the races here. Rounding the corner as it's tight.
And a big shout out to Lori Cook for the district who has sent this link out. If you want to share it with people who can't make it, have them go to the North Syracuse Central School District Facebook page. Our main YouTube link is right on there, thanks to Lori Cook. Oh, we got a tight race. Track is starting to get a little bit slick and sloppy, but still good weather, as that's a close race. Maybe another photo finish. Wow, what an ending to the race. And the last three finish in a very tight pack. Wow. What a race there. Here's the next race here. I'm joined here by our camera operator, Owen Lynch. Owen, this is going to be another close race. They've all been pretty close.
Yep. Can't wait for it.
And they are off. It's a nice slow pace, Owen. You got to save some gas in the tank for the end.
You know, and the slow pace, makes for some good camera shots, too.
A little bit easier for you?
Yeah, a little bit with this camera angle.
And also, we might have some slower paces or some nice pacing just because of the little bit of mist that's kind of gone away, but you still got that misty condition on the field.
We also have another shout out here. We want to shout out Avery from Smith Road in third grade. Go Avery from his friends at Smith Road.
There we go. Shout out to Avery. Wow. Oh, and look at that pacing.
This is a nice photo finish right here.
There we go. He's got a solid lead there. What a race there. Wow.
That is just beautiful. Scholarship worthy right there.
Exactly. And Owen, that was a great race from start to finish. Really consistent throughout. What a race. We have our final athlete finish the race.
Absolutely, insane race, 10 out of 10.
And great pacing there, as we have more athletes potentially, I think, for the rest of the races. Just you can hear the energy here in the stadium. As tons of volunteers Here's our next. Wow, they are fast out the gate. This is like watching the Olympics. Wow, what a run there. They are fast. They are definitely not saving anything for the end. They're going to keep it fast throughout. Wow, what a race. This is close. Wow, we got 1-2. I think that's Nathan Campbell. That is Nathan Campbell. Wow, what a race there. I think I see Patrick Stone as well. What a run there. And the celebration at the end. What a great race. You got Landon Cook, Brody Mason. They're going to have Nathan Campbell on to interview with Alex Schneibel. What a race there, Nathan Campbell. What a run there. Wow, these races are not disappointing. That one, they were fast throughout. Shout out to all of our volunteers at the finish line there. Thank you for watching our Special Olympics stream here on the North Star Network on YouTube. I'm Johnny Lisi. We also have Joey Cox. We have our camera operator, Owen Lynch. And down on the field on our separate stream, on our field cam, we have Landon Cook, Brody Mason, and their camera operator, Alex Schneibel. So great to be back. You know, the energy is still here as we're going to have adapted walking at the starting line. This one is always a fun race. So this is a little bit of a shorter race. They're going to be starting right kind of parallel to the adapted event sign. So we're getting all of our athletes lined up here for this adapted walking race. So we got a big crowd of volunteers right over there. Shout out to that TA that brought an umbrella. That was a very smart idea. And we are about to start. And there we go. Great pacing throughout. What a fast pace there. Shout out to all the TAs here in this race. Wow. Look at that there. What a race there, an adapted walking there. Speed is incredible. Wow. Just an incredible job by all of our athletes and our volunteers. So that was a fantastic race. The next adapted walking race is underway. As a big shout out to Bill Bradley, one of our PA announcers.
I don't think I've heard him say, get that kid a scholarship yet.
Hey, like Owen and I were talking about, you got to leave some gas in the tank for the end.
Right? Exactly. He'll bring it out.
It's a marathon, not a sprint.
Apologize for my little absentee. I was trying to see if we could get a live feed on the scoreboard for the folks in the stadium, but fortunately it'd be too delayed. So.
Well, you see the softball throw. Those athletes still,
Wow.
they are fantastic. As Joey, we found Olaf.
Oh, we have.
To the left.
I was going to say, honest, she seemed a little lonely there.
Joey, do you want to build a snowman?
Not in this weather.
This isn't snowman making weather.
No.
Hey, you know what weather it is? It's eat more chicken weather.
It is.
As
And
here's our second adapted walking race. Wow, they got some speed here.
oh, it's going to be close in the end, Johnny. Oh,
Wow.
man. Photo finish.
What a race there. What a race. Did he say get that kid a scholarship?
He did.
There we go.
Start the count. I got a tally app on my phone.
The Bill Bradley get
Don't
that
ask
kid
me
a
why.
scholarship. That's a genius app.
Right?
Wow.
Again, feel free to leave any shout-outs you got in the comments or email it to northstarnetworkcns@gmail.com if you're not able to access the chat. But had some nice shout-outs so far. Thank you all for joining us. Whether you're at home, couldn't make it, or you're in a classroom, yeah.
I loved it. I love this day, Joey. You know,
Yeah.
said it a couple times, and you know, when I started the broadcasting of this event 2 years ago, you know, I never realized how much it would blow up and how
Right.
you know how much this event means. You know, you look at it and it's a day that's really meaningful, but to be a part of it and to, you know, we as North Star Network personnel, we have a really truly unique vantage point and way of experiencing this event that's really unforgettable. I still look back at the 2 Special Olympics that I did as a student with you know, Aaron Tarquinio right by my side, and Joe Seidman, and our amazing crew, Drew Matiasek, all the people that we worked with. It was incredible and just such a fun day.
Looks like I think we're getting another race set up
Yeah,
here.
a little bit farther back, but Joey, you know who you have at the starting line to cheer you on? Andrew Benedict.
Oh, you got Andrew Benedict out
North Stars
there.
basketball star, joined by Joey Lukashevitz. Shout out to those two. Andrew Benedict, I don't know how many points he scored in high school, but I know it was a lot of points for the CNS boys basketball team. He is going to Staten Island. And here's the 50-meter. Got to give a shout out to someone who I ran into the other day, the incredible Pete Moore. I haven't seen Coach Pete yet, but you know, this day means a lot to Coach Pete. And I interviewed him last year for the Special Olympics, and you know, it's just incredible. It's a great day, and shout out also to Mrs. Sarah Bambino and Miss Vina Santangelo for all that they do, because Joey, this is not an easy event to put on.
No, I mean, there's so much going on at once, Johnny. So logistically, it's definitely a tough one to put together.
Someone just look at those softball throws. Someone threw it. They're
Oh my
throwing
God.
it at the 25.
That
Someone
would have been
threw it,
out of here,
It
bud.
hit the goal line.
And then that one all the way back to the net, Johnny, as they are getting the softball throws on the field cam. So they're actually heading over to the long
There we
jump
go.
now, I believe.
Hey, shout out
so.
to the volunteers for the softball throw, because Joey, that's a lot of back and forth. That's
Yeah.
a lot of distance you got to cover.
Oh, look at that one. That
Wow.
one almost makes it to the goal line without hitting the ground.
Those are high arcing throws over the softball throw.
They could play slow pitch. That's the kind of pitch you need right there, Johnny. I mean, that
Exactly.
takes a lot of skill, because in slow pitch you have to get – my dad actually played slow pitch, and you think, you know, it's not as easy as it sounds, But when it comes to pitching as well, it's so precise on how high you have to arc that ball.
Exactly. Here's another great race here. That's the 50-meter.
Oh, wow, there was speed.
Shout out to the volunteers that are running the race with them.
This is a close one.
Wow.
Photo finish.
What speed these athletes have. As Joey, just people filling in the stadium is just one of my favorite sights to see. And seeing all these incredible athletes.
See a lot of classrooms out here as well, Johnny.
Hey, you gotta love it, Joey, to see students supporting North Stars supporting North Stars. And you know who started that event? The amazing Mr. Harbold there. Oh, what a race, Joey. Wow, these kids are fast.
Oh, wow.
Wow. That was
Get that kid a scholarship.
Race. Yeah. Wow. I wonder if Coach Greg Broughton and Coach Mackenzie Ross are watching from CNS Track and Field. Shout out to Coach Broughton and Coach Ross and Coach Hilt. You know, Joey, they should be watching here because they are really, these are some speedy kids here.
Right. From Gillette Road, Mrs. Cooley says, "Go Gillette Road. We are all rooting for you."
There we go.
And they're off.
Mr. Harbold starts another race.
Oh, wow. They're going so fast back there that their umbrella folded. They're catching airspeed there.
There we go. That's a good strategy for a race.
Right?
Wow, what a run there. As these athletes, Joey, they are running with some incredible speed here. And what a day here at the Special Olympics. To see all of these athletes just succeeding. They're having their moment to shine here. Here's another race. Let's see, Mr. Harbold is going to start it. Here we go. Let's see. We are waiting to start from Mr. Harbold here.
Blows the whistle, signaling they're ready to begin. Or maybe that's just a kid.
We're excited.
Excited.
There you go.
I think that might be. It sounded like a whistle, Johnny.
Yeah.
And they're off. Mr. Harbold signaling they're ready to get on our way. Look at him in the red hoodie.
Wow.
Huge lead.
What a run. That was fast. Get that kid a scholarship.
We've got quite a few more heats coming up here, Johnny.
Hey, we got a bunch. These are great athletes here.
Don't forget to email us at North Star Network CNS@gmail.com or throw it in the comments. Shout out your class. Also, don't forget, we have the field cam, which will capture all the other games scattered around the stadium.
Let's see if we can find them. There they are. They are heading over near the softball throw.
If you want to check out the next heat of softball throw, head on over to that stream.
And just a reminder, if anyone would like to go out and support the Regional Special Olympics, start at 9 a.m. at the North Syracuse Junior High School at Archie Hall Stadium, starting around 9 a.m. this Saturday. If you are interested in volunteering, you can reach out to Amber Mott or Laura Lee. Shout out to those two. They put on a great event, and Sarah Bambino and Fina Santangelo, what a great job they do here.
Oh, wow. This is going to be a photo finish, Johnny. This is tight.
That's a three-headed race.
Oh,
almost.
wow.
Wow.
Oh, my God. That might be a tie there, Johnny.
Three-way tie, maybe? What a run.
Definitely the kid in lane 3 and 6. They were all tied up there.
Wow, what a run. Wow.
All these kids have speed. Wow.
Wow. What a run there. These are fast athletes, Joey. It is just an incredible watch to see all that these kids are doing. This looks like Joey looking at you, but talking about Landon, we have Landon Cook down there.
Getting some interviews.
One of the mascots. Can't tell what mascot that is. Maybe.
Looks like a Jedi or something.
Oh.
Or no, I saw the robe. I don't know. I can't tell.
I don't know, Joey.
I don't know.
Looks like we got another comment from.
Yep, Mrs. Bullock. Go GRMS.
Gillette
Road Middle School.
We got a lot of support from
GRMS.
Gillette.
Slurred it all together there, Johnny. My consonants are not in my favor today.
Well, shout out to Gillette Road. There we go. There's another run. Wow. Got the volunteers running with them. They're fast.
Oh, wow. He's gone.
Wow. What?
Peeled out of there, Johnny. He's got the smoke behind him.
Can still see his tracks. Wow.
Miss Nicoletti says hi to me.
There you go. Joey's got some fans at Gillette Road Middle School. The next 50 meters. This one is a very popular race.
Yeah, we got a few more heats after this one, Johnny. Olaf looks like he's going to bring up the rear with the final heat. Maybe be one of the volunteers helping to run the final heat. And they're off. Oh, this one's going to be a close one, Johnny. I can already feel it. Look at 4-5.
Wow.
All knotted up. Oh, we have a slippage on the field. No, that's not a proper term, but it's a North Star Network vocab word.
What a run. And you know why that race was so good? Because it was started by Mr. Harbold with some help from Joey Massett, Grace Murray, Nolan Zinsmeyer, some track athletes.
Yeah.
But, Joey, we got to shout out the CNS boys outdoor track team took home yesterday here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium the section title. They took the title in indoor track, and now they took it in outdoor track. So a very successful indoor and outdoor track season for CNS's. Let's see if we can get it right at about the 40 over there, the parachute. Wow, what a run there, but got a parachute there. Goofy in the parachute, Joey.
Oh, look at that.
What a race there. I would love to go play in the parachute. Were you a fan of the parachute, Joey, in,
I
in
loved
elementary school?
When they brought that out, I knew. You know, the funniest thing, Johnny, I actually was lucky enough to speak at Smith Road. They were doing a assembly on the half day a couple months ago, and I spoke about, you know, like how character traits, I use those in sports broadcasting.
Oh, that's fantastic.
But you know that I went back and I remember when I was little that gym felt huge. And when I went in there, I'm like, this is minuscule. I felt like an ant in there.
You know what?
Like it was so tiny in there.
That's how it was at the senior walkthrough. I went to Bear Road, and I was there, and it just felt really tiny.
Like even the ceilings, I didn't even
Exactly.
have to be on my tippy toes. I could
Felt
touch the
a lot
ceiling.
bigger, yeah.
Yeah,
What a
and they're
race
off.
here.
Whoa!
It's a fast lead.
Yeah.
Wow.
But yeah, no, Johnny, parachute, when they brought that out in elementary gym class, it's one of my faves.
What an amazing 50-meter race there. These kids are bringing it here on the day of the Special Olympics. We've got 3 or 4 athletes at a time bringing up the front. Let's see. This next race, we're going to get some volunteers running, so shout out to our volunteers. Here's the 9 to 12-year-olds in the 50-meter. Here we go. Mr. Kennedy over there. Mr. Kennedy started the race with the superheroes. What a run there. Oh, the coat comes off. He took off the jacket mid-race and finished in first. Wow. It's a lot of coordination there to keep your footing while taking off a jacket mid-race. Wow. Here's some more 50-meter dashes with the 9 through 12-year-olds. I mean, Joey, that was one of the best races I've seen. He took off his jacket mid-race.
Oh, wow. Sorry, we were just trying to fix some technical difficulties up here with the wireless mics, but we got that all figured out. But I don't think I've seen that, Johnny, even
No. And it looks like the rain starting to taper off.
It's good for the athletes, as we did have a little bit of a slip earlier.
It was warm last year, but this is good weather. Not too hot, not too cold.
Right.
I would like it if Central New York would realize that it is summer.
All right, Johnny Lisi's going to take a bathroom break here, as we're going to have Owen Lynch here on the mic.
All right, what's up, guys?
You did good the first time. Like Johnny said, Owen, I think you got a future.
Maybe
in some commentating here.
Commentating and camera.
Right? If we're in dire need of a commentator, we got someone to look to. So it looks like we're going to get another heat going here in just a few seconds.
The previous races were like beautiful finishes. I can't wait to see what this one's going to be like.
Seems like all of them really have been really close. See if this one is no different.
All right. Looks like we're almost off.
And they're off to the races.
Oh, look at that.
Early start. Look at that. He's celebrating early. He's getting some high fives on his way down, and that is a dominating win from
absolutely
kid in number
beautiful
in lane 1 there. Just started off hot, Owen, and took home the finish.
Yep.
All right, so we're getting the last call from our PA announcer, Daryl White, for the 50 meters. So we got a few more heats coming up for that. Don't forget to tune in to the field cam, where we have some of our field coverage announcers out there. We got Landon Cook and Brody Mason. So don't forget to tune into that broadcast right here on YouTube. Don't forget to put any shout-outs you want. Shout out your own class, another class that you're watching with, or whatever the case may be. Don't forget to throw that in the comments or email it to North Star Network at North Star Network CNS at gmail.com. So we'll be watching the chat for any shout outs.
All right, beautiful start right here. Look at this.
This one's going to be a close one, Owen. Although it looks like we got an early front runner. Doesn't look like he's going to slow down.
Look at this.
Burst
of energy like fireworks, just ready to jump off.
All right. Leaving smoke trails behind him, Alex.
Like Roadrunner from Looney Tunes.
Right. The wheels are turning.
Beautiful finish.
We also got the parachutes going on out there. Oh, and did you do the parachute in elementary school?
Yes, that was one of my favorites.
Core memories right there.
Yep.
from the good old days.
One game was like someone had to be a shark and had to like drag people onto the parachute. I remember that one a lot.
Or like the ones that you had to like run underneath.
Yes.
Get back in time. Those were the days. And the races are back in full swing.
Almost
this one's a
neck.
close one. It's going to be a photo finish. Who's going to come out on top? Oh, it might be a tie.
Beautiful.
What do you think about that one, Owen? That might have been a tie.
It looked like it.
Maybe we can get a replay up here. See, that one was a close one. Well, let's see.
All right.
Got the replay. Oh, that's a close one.
That looks.
Oh, I don't know. That looks like it might be a tie.
Yeah, looks pretty close.
Looks pretty close indeed. So we're gonna have a few more heats. Oh no, that's gonna do it for the. Ooh, almost just fell out of my chair. Trying to lean over the monitor. So that's gonna do it for our 50-meter dash. And we're starting our 100-meter dash now, I believe.
All right,
Yeah. So 100-meter dash heats are gonna get underway.
let's go.
Got our group of superheroes over at about the 40. Got Stitch joining them as well. We got 2 Stitches.
Coming in for the new movie.
Or sorry, actually that's Eeyore. Similar colors. Eeyore's out there too. We got the whole cast of Winnie and the Pooh.
This beautiful squad.
Looks like the rain is starting to slow down a little bit, Alex. But Owen. But we got a loose balloon. Oh, somebody's gonna be losing their balloon. But yeah, it looks like the rain's slowing down, but it's staying consistent. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Again, shout out to Mr. Crabtree. And if you want to shout out either your class that you're in right now or another class or just your school in general, feel free to leave it in the comments or email it to NorthstarNetworkCNS@gmail.com. Got some cheerleaders out there.
Big shout out to all of our volunteers here today.
Of course, look at all of them. I mean, anybody you see in those neon green shirts, those are our volunteers here today.
You know, making the event run smoother.
Yeah, I mean, we couldn't do it without them. Got some volunteer photographers. Of course, we have Nick Socials up here in the booth, but we also got some photographers out there taking some photos of the races.
Oh, there's a bird on the bleachers, hanging out down there. He's out of the view, but he was on there.
Enjoying the games from the comfort of the stands. Although these benches are probably cold now and wet. Fortunate weather we're having today. Last year was beautiful, Owen.
Yeah.
But hopefully it's gonna.
This weather won't stop them.
I know, right?
Yeah, they'll push through it.
As we have our field reporters coming back up here in the booth.
All right.
Johnny Lisi back up here in the booth with us as he'll join us in just a few moments.
100 is off right now. Looks like we got 2. Oh, passing.
Oh, wow. This one's going to be a photo finish as well. Owen.
That is just beautiful.
Now we're going to be doing the 100-meter run here.
We do have a new shout out here. Mrs. Welsh's study hall says, "Great job, everyone. You're doing awesome." Oh, look at that. He's got so much speed.
Wow.
His jacket is flowing in the wind, Johnny. What?
It's the jackets, Joey.
Yes. And I think, Johnny, the reason that kid earlier took his jacket off mid-race is because he had so much speed. He was heating up. I mean, it was like he was burning through the atmosphere,
Exactly,
Johnny.
yeah. The jacket was flying up. We could have seen a flying jacket.
This is the last call for the 100-meter dash.
We got the parachute out there, Joey.
Yep. As this one looks like it's going to be a close one, Johnny, although
there we go.
The number 1 lane there with the gray sweatshirt.
He's
right
taking
a commanding lead.
But he has the right idea. He has the jacket zipped up.
Yep, smart. That's why you don't want too much air resistance, Johnny.
Exactly.
What a celebration. Just before he crossed the goal line, or just before he crossed the finish line, Johnny, he just had like a leaping celebration.
Exactly. Gotta love it. I love all the volunteers out there playing with the parachute, Joey. I think that's one of my favorite things that we've seen. If you guys do want to get less of a volunteer, here we are. Looks like we have a little bit of a break in the action here. And we still have the running long jump, standing broad jump going on. Has a little bit of a break in the action, Joey.
It looks like that's going to do it for 100 meters, Johnny.
And I think we're going to reset for some other events.
So we'll take a break here on the North Star Network. Don't go anywhere. Welcome you back here on the North Star Network on YouTube. We're almost done with this. It looks like we're having some technical. Oh, there we go. Just had a freeze for a second, but no, we're almost done, Johnny. We flew through
exactly, and
this
now
day.
the weather is starting to get a little bit nicer.
But we're almost done. They're doing some final softball throws, some final running long jumps, some final standing broad jumps, some more games out there as well. But
some more parachute.
But we're almost done here, Johnny. We have the wheelchair race, and right after the wheelchair race, we have the mascot race.
Wow.
So we flew by today. We thought it was going to actually go a little bit longer because we had a little bit of a late start. But no, they've really been efficient this year. And they're really getting it done. So here we go. The wheelchair race is underway.
And you got the whole cheerleading squad there. I see Tyler Piagentini. See who else we have.
Oh, this is going to be a close one, Johnny.
They are fast.
Wow.
Wow.
And that was a photo finish.
What a race there. We got another batch of wheelchair races here.
And right after these wheelchair races, Johnny, will be on our last main event here on the track, the mascot race. A moment you've all been waiting for.
Gotta love the mascot race.
We got some track stars who are dressed up in the mascot uniforms, so that'll be interesting to see, Johnny. As they're underway for the second heat of the wheelchair races. Oh, they're speeding by. This is going to be another close one, Johnny.
Wow. Shout out to all the TAs there.
Oh, that's like a three-way tie, Johnny, I think.
Yeah, that's close. Love what Mr. Bill Bradley said, everybody wins.
Everybody's a winner.
Wow.
Everybody gets a scholarship as well, Johnny.
Yeah, exactly. Now it's one of the most anticipated events of the day. Let's see if we can find, let's see if I can correctly identify all the mascots. We have a polar bear from Roxelle, Panda Bear from Bear Road, we have Olaf, we have Tigger, we have Captain America, we have Stitch, we have Goofy, we have a couple Minecraft guys, Mario and Luigi, the Smith Road Shark, we have a bald eagle, we have Winnie the Pooh, we have all the superheroes, we have Batman, and you know who is the one man who can corral all of these mascots? The incredible Mr. Pat Kennedy is right there to start it. I think they should throw Mr. Kennedy in there. Have a race, Kennedy versus Harbold.
Oh, that'd be quite...
Who would win that race?
I think Mr. Kennedy.
I gotta agree with you there. If in the chat you know Mr. Kennedy or Mr. Harbold very well, you can drop who you think would win that race.
Mrs. Lisi says you guys are doing a great job. And Mrs. Ludden says, go Smith Road Sharks.
The Smith Road Sharks, they got their mascot out there.
Also, Mrs. Cox says, go Sharks. And shout out to the broadcasting team for the North Star Network. Great job, boys.
Let's see who's going to win. Who is your pick for the mascot race, Joey?
I think I got, well, in this first heat, I'm going to go with Goofy.
We got Goofy, we got the Bear Road mascot, we got the Roxelle mascot,
all right,
got Winnie the Pooh, we got Tigger, Mario, Luigi. Oh, Goofy's hat flies off. Oh, this is like a nice pace here. Just a nice light jog.
Don't want to tire themselves out for the finish, Johnny. Goofy gaining on him. Oh, man.
Luigi,
Mario,
Luigi.
Luigi.
Oh, that's a full-out sprint.
Oh, wow. It's going to be Mario.
Wow.
Beating out his brother in a photo finish.
Wow.
All right, so we're split right now. We have two responses, Mr. Kennedy and Mr. Harbold. So we need some more responses here to get the ultimate decision. So if you think Mr. Kennedy would win a race against Mr. Harbold, drop Mr. Kennedy.
Who would win in a race between me and Joey, but you already know the answer would be me. And this race we got Olaf, we got Captain America, Superman, Winnie the Pooh, Anna, Spider-Man, Batman, Smith Road Shark. We got a bald eagle, a Minecraft guy, and that looks like Stitch. What a cast of characters we have here. I remember a couple of years ago, Winnie the Pooh in a major upset 2 years ago. Can he make history again? Here we go. Looks like Anna's out to a solid lead. Superman not far behind.
Anna.
Wow, that's a tight pass.
Anna,
there.
she's a track star.
Anna, maybe?
Yep.
Superman trying to pull it out.
Oh, it's going to be a close one.
Oh, and a slip at the finish line.
I think Anna's going to take the
I
win.
think Anna took that. I agree with you there, Joey.
So Jaden Mackey, who's Anna for us today, she's a track star, so Johnny, no surprise there.
Wow. What a race there, and what a way to conclude the Special Olympics. Wow.
So we have a few more responses, and it looking like Mr. Harbold is going to be.
Ooh. I'm sure he'll be pleased to hear that. And a big shout out to everyone who made this day possible. What a mascot race. But Joey, the mascot race is just really a big thank you to the volunteers and a way for them to let loose and have some fun too.
So I think that's really going to wrap us up here, Johnny. That's going to do it.
Just as fast as it began, it concludes.
So thank you so much, everyone, for joining us here for the 2025 CNS Olympics. Thank you so much for all the classrooms who joined us, for everybody who couldn't join us here in the stadium, who joined us from home. Thank you so much to our crew for today. We had a lot of North Star Network members helping us out here today. You got Brody Mason, Landon Cook. You have Owen Lynch, our camera operator. Alex Schneibel was doing some camera operating for down on the field. Of course, Johnny Lisi joining me up here in the booth. I'm Joey Cox saying so long. Don't forget to tune in here 6 o'clock tonight on the North Star Network on YouTube for the girls lacrosse semifinals. North Star girls will be taking on the Baldwinsville Bees right here at Michael J. Bragman Stadium. Any last words, Johnny?
What a day. Gotta love the Special Olympics, and just incredible to be back, and what an amazing event, and a big thank you to Mrs. Bambino and Miss Santangelo and everyone involved for putting this great event on.
Of course, the Special Olympics always has a special place in the hearts of CNS athletes and students. Thank you so much for joining us. I'm Joey Cox saying so long from Michael J. Bragman Stadium.